Welcome everyone. In today's tutorial, we will see about numbers in JavaScript as well as different methods which we can use on numbers. So let's get started. So I'm just going to create one new file. Let's name the file as numbers.js. Right. So in JavaScript, numbers are basically treated as an object and it represents numeric values and it can contain decimal or float values or integer values as well. So in JavaScript, numbers can contain integers as well as floating values or decimal values. Now we can simply declare the number by like this. So let x is equal to 100, let y is equal to, let's give some floating value. Let's example 123.33. And so similarly we have seen that we can declare number like this, right? So let's print the numbers as well. So console.log, let's say x, console.log y. Now let's run the file. So command is node numbers.js. Right, so it printed the number. So basically in JavaScript we can declare the variable and we can assign the values to those variables like this, correct? Similarly, in JavaScript we can also use a number constructor to create the number object, right? So how we can do that? So constructor we will see in the coming lecture what is exactly constructor and all. So far just understand that we can also define the number like this as well. So for example, let's say let n is equal to new number and we have to assign the value. So basically if I want to assign the value as 200, so this is also how we can define the number in JavaScript. So both are the same thing basically. So here we are declaring the integer value by the number object, right? So we can use any of the way to define the number in JavaScript. Now let's see some of the methods in JavaScript which we can use on the numbers, right? So let's see some methods for that. So the first method is finite method. So is finite number is used, this method is used to determine if the given number is finite number or not. For example, so basically this method returns the boolean value either true or false. If the number is finite, then it will return true, and if the number is not a finite number, then it will return the false value. Now let's say one example. So let x is equal to 100, let's say y is equal to 0, and let's say let z is equal to, let's say some negative value, let's say minus 100, right? So all these three values are finite numbers, right? So whenever we will use is finite method on these numbers, then that should return the true value. Now let's see console.log. Now syntax to use number methods is like, let's say number object. So basically number is the object here, number dot is finite. We can see the method here, right? So number dot is finite and the variable which we have assigned as a number value. So for example x, right? Similarly I can simply write for y and z as well. So let's say y and here z, right? So is finite number will return the true or false depending upon whether the number is finite number or not a finite number, right? So 100, 0 and minus 100, so all these three numbers are finite numbers, right? So let's save this file and let's run the file, right? So we can see all the values are written as a true, right? So this is how the is finite method works. So if the number is finite, then it will return the true value. Similarly, now let's change the value of x little bit. So I am going to use some decimal value. So we have to understand that decimal value is also a finite value, right? So this time it will also return all the values as a true values. Now let's change the value of x, y and z. Now I am going to use let x is equal to 10 divided by, let's say 0. right? So 10 divided by 0. So if any number gets divided by 0, then it returns the infinite value, right? Similarly, if any number, or if even the minus number divided by 0, it will return minus infinite value. And let's say in Z, I am going to do, for example, let Z is equal to ABC. Now ABC is some string, and we are going to multiply that string value by, let's say, 5. So this operation we are performing here. So basically we are multiplying our string into 5 and we are storing that value in Z. But this is not a valid operation, right? So it will return something like this. So basically this is known as not a number, basically, right? So we cannot multiply the string by numeric value, right? So it should return not a number, right? Now let's save this file and let's run this file, right? So it will return false, because before that we can also simply print the values as well. So let's say console.log, let's say x, similarly let's print the values of y and z as well. Let's say console.log y, and let's print the value of z as well, right? So let's run the file once again, right? So we can see here, so value of x, basically we have divided 10 by 0. So if any number gets divided by 0, then we are printing the value of x, so it will return infinity value, right? Similarly for y, we are dividing minus 10 by 0, so it will return minus infinity value. And for the third value, that is the value of z, we are trying to multiply the string value by some numeric value, right? So it will return not a number. So all these three values are not finite values, right? That's why whenever we are using number dot is finite method for these three numbers, it will return the value as false, correct? So this is how we can use is finite method for different numbers in JavaScript. Now let's see one more method. Now I am going to just change this. Now let's see next method, that is integer method. So is integer method, it checks whether number is integer or not. If the number is integer, then it will return the value as true, and if the number is not an integer value, then it will return false. Now let's change the value of x, y and z. For example, let's say x is equal to 0, let's say y is equal to 10, and let's say z is equal to minus 10. Right, now let's print console.log number dot is integer, and then we have to mention the value of x here. Similarly, let's check for y and z as well. Let's save the file. So basically all the three values here, that is 0, 10 and minus 10, all these three values are integer values. So the isInteger method should return the value as true. Now let's clear the console first and let's run the file. So node numbers.js, right? So it will return true for all the three statements, right? So this is also true, this is also true, and this is also true, because x, y and z, all three values are integer values. That's why it is returning true value. Now let's change the values and make them some decimal values. For example, let's say x is equal to 20.44. Let's say y is equal to minus 10 point, let's say 66, right? And let's print the value of, now this time let's check for x and y. I'm just going to remove this last statement. Okay, so let's save the file and let's run the file, right? So this time it will return false, because the values which we have assigned here, those values are not integer values, right? So those are decimal values. That's why this method is returning false this time. So this is how we can use isInteger method to check whether the number is integer number or not an integer number. Now let's say one more method, that is parseInt method. So parseInt method is used to parse a string argument to a number value, or simply we can convert some string format of a number into a numeric format of a number. For example, let's say x is equal to 1 2 3 4. Now if you see, we have assigned the string value of 1 2 3 4. So basically we have used double quotes. So anything which we mention in the double quotes is considered as a string value. So we have created one variable let x, and we have assigned a string value to that variable x, right? And let's check. Now I'm going to just first let's check the type of that string variable. So let's check console.log type of method is used to check the type of, let's say, x. Let's double colon and let's save the file and let's run the file. So we can see here, right? So it is returning string type because we have assigned the value in double quote. So that is basically in string format. And suppose in sometimes we have to convert this string format to some integer, right? To perform some numeric operation, we have to convert this format into an integer. So we have to convert this value of x into some integer value or the numeric value. So to do that, we have to use parseInt method. So now I'm just going to use parseInt method. How we can do that? Let's say console.log number dot parseInt what is the number here? X, right? So we have just, let's save this and let's run the file. Right, so we can see here it printed the value of 1 2 3 4, and now the format of this 1 2 3 4, that is after using the parseInt method, it will convert the string format to number format. Now to how we can check that? So let's say now I am going to simply save, let's say, number dot parseInt and x, and let's store that value in some another variable. For example, let y is equal to and let's check the type of oh, so we have used already y here, so let's name it something another. So for example, let's name it as y now is equal to number dot number dot parseInt x method, right? So we are converting the x value from string to number format, and we are storing that in our ynum variable. Now let's check the type of our ynum variable, right? So I'm just going to check the type of ynum variable. So let's clear the console first. Let's run the file. Right, so we can see here. So after converting or after using the parseInt method, basically ynum is having now number format. If you are checking here type of the ynum variable, that is number here. And before converting or before using the parseInt method, whenever we have checked the type of x variable, that is in string format, right? So that is returning string format here. So this is how we can use the parseInt method to convert the string format of a number into a numeric format. Similarly, let's say now we have defined some another variable here. Let's say let z is equal to I am now going to use the ABCD string, right? So basically here we have used another string and that is having the actual characters of different string, right? So this is ABCD is a having characters, right? So this is not the number format, right? So basically this is a string which contains the characters, right, and not the actual numbers, right? Let's say what will happen if we try to convert or if you try to use parseInt method on the z variable. Now let's say I'm simply going to use console.log number dot, let's say parseInt basically it will throw an error because it will give a not a number, right? Because we are trying to convert the string, that is string which is having characters, right? So this is not the any having any number value, so it will throw an error. So basically we can use parseInt method only if the string is contain some numeric values in it, right? So that's how we can use the parseInt method for parsing our string integer to numeric value, right? So let's check for some next method. Similarly, we have seen the parseInt. Similarly, there is one more method, that is parsefloat. Right. So far we have seen we can use the parseInt method to convert the string format of a number into a numeric format. Similarly, parsefloat method is used for, let's say I am I have defined one variable x and we have assigned some value. For example, let's say x is equal to 1234.66, right? So this is a string. So basically x is containing a string which is having value similar to 1234.666. Right. Now we can use parsefloat method to simply convert that value in float number. So let's say console.log number dot parsefloat, and we can simply use x here, right? So it will convert this string value into the numeric or into the float value, right? Let's save the file and let's run the file, right? So it will print the value in numeric format. We can also check the type of, for example, console.log, let's create one new variable. Let num is equal to number dot parsefloat x. Let's check the type of num here. Right, so it will return the number format because we have used parsefloat method, and in JavaScript after using parsefloat method it will return the number because number contains decimal as well as integer values, right? So this is how we can use parseInt and parsefloat methods, right? Now let's say one more method, that is toString method. So toString method is used to return the string format of a number. For example, now let's say I have defined one variable, let x is equal to, let's say 2000. So my x variable contains the numeric value of 2000. And let's check the type of console.log type of x variable. Correct. Let's check the type of x variable. Saving the file. Right. So it is the number format. Right. Now I'm going to use the toString method. For example, I'm now going to create one variable, let y is equal to x dot toString. So this is how we can use toString method. So I am converting the value of x from numeric format to string format, and we are storing that value in our y variable. Now let's print the value of y, and also let's check the value of y. type of y, console dot log let's save the file and let's check after running the file. Right, so here we have declared one variable which is having the numeric value, that's why it's printed number here, right? Because the number of type of x is number type. After that we have used toString method, right? And we have converted the format into a string format and we have stored that value in y variable, right? So when we printed, the value will remain as a 2000, the value will be same but the format will change. So basically it will have the string format, right? So it is having the string format here when we check the type of y, right? So this is how we can use the toString method to convert the numeric value into its string format. And we can use different method which are applicable for string object, right? For example, we can simply use, let's say, console.log. What are the different methods of string? So for example, let's say y dot length, right? So we can calculate the length of string, right? So how it will, what it will return? So basically what will do the length, it should return 4, right? Let's run the file and it will return the length of the string, right? Because it's having 4, right? But the same method if you try to apply on the x, that is number, that will not be applicable because that is not the string format, right? Let's say I'm going to use console.log x dot length and let's print. So it will throw some error, right? Because it will say undefined because that is not the valid operation because x is not the string here and we cannot have the length property on a number here, right? So this is how we can use toString method, right? Now let's check some another method, that is toPrecision method. So toPrecision method, it returns the string representing a number of specified precisions, or we can specify the precision of a number, how much we want the precision of that specific number. For example, now let's say I have defined one variable, let x is equal to, let's say 15.3 or 2345, right? So we have defined one number here. Now let's check how we can use, let's say console.log. Now I want the number should be defined, number should be displayed by the 4 precision. So how we can use that? So I want to display the number by only using 4 precision. So I want to display only 15.23. So we can simply use console.log x dot to precision and we can mention the precision or the precision number here, how much precision we want. So to precision, and we have, suppose I want 15.23, right? So that's 4 precision, so I will just specify 4. Now it should return 15.23, right? Now let's save the file and let's run the file. Correct, so it displayed 15.23.